I looked at my phone. I was like, oh, it's 3 o'clock. I can still sleep for a little, another hour or so. So I left the phone down and I went back. And when I realized it, I wake up. I'm like, fuck, what time is it? Oh shit, it's 5:15. What happened? I don't know. I must have snoozed. I don't know. Sorry. I apologize for being late.
It happens. Call it being tired.
Yeah, I wish I was. Yeah, I'm here till fucking Wednesday now. I was supposed to leave last night, but there's so much shit going on, and I'm covering for another guy, and I'm exhausted. What's up, brother? How was your day yesterday?
My day is, there's no bad days. So I ate food. I had a couple beers. My wife's cousin just got back from boot camp for the Marines, so I went and saw him. And then because he's going off to school now here, I think on Tuesday, tomorrow. So he won't be back for a while. So we went and saw him for a little bit, and very interesting to see. His eyes look so happy. Coming back and so proud that he accomplished the task of getting through boot camp. And my wife had pointed that out, and I was just like, yeah, so that young man found purpose is what happened while he was out there. So now we'll see how he's going to respond after his first deployment and all that stuff, and his mentality, and as he goes through school and all this stuff. It'll be pretty interesting to watch that all transpire, because when all my friends went to the military, I was younger, so you didn't get to see the difference in who they are, their actions, and like the growth of that process. So watching this 18, 19-year-old man go through these different changes is going to be something that's going to be very interesting to watch.
The military has a way of you know why they shave our heads? You know why they shave your heads? It's funny because for you it probably won't matter, but they shave their heads because us guys, I guess, this is they have to break your character. They have to break you down to you're nothing. You're worthless. You are nothing without them. You are nothing without your brother. Your partner, you're nothing without your fucking squad. You're nothing without somebody telling you what to do. You are absolutely nothing. And your job is to, yes, sir. Right? So they have to break you down. They have to shave your head, kill your personality, right? And how do you kill a woman's personality? They don't shave their heads. Well, no, they put them all in the same fucking clothes. Tell them you're not special. You know what I mean? So now you have fucking all these women dressed alike, can't say nothing. It kills their personality. I didn't understand that, but I guess that's because when I went through it, I remember when I finished boot camp. Now, I know people are going to be out there going, "Oh, that's only Air Force boot camp. It's not Marine." You know what? It doesn't fucking matter. Listen, just because they have a couple extra weeks, I think Marine boot camp is 90 days, 3 months, right? That's 12 weeks.
I'm pretty sure he was gone 90 days.
Yeah, something like that. And I think Air Force is only fucking instead of no 90 days. No, it's more than that. It's 8 weeks, 9 weeks. Because I know, I think Marines is 12 weeks, and like Air Force is only like 9 weeks or something like that. I don't know. Whatever, or 6 weeks. It's fucking short. It's not that bad. You know what I mean? But hey, in my personal experience, I don't like to run. I am not, and I can honestly say that with the way that I know how I'm saying it. I don't like to run, and It is not my favorite choice. I do not enjoy it. Um, it's been my whole life. I get shin splints, fucking all that shit. Even in the military, I learned to run a mile. Cool. Under a certain time frame. What is that? What are you showing me?
I pulled it up for you. I figure I wouldn't let you just guess about it. So
Oh,
Marine
13
Corps,
weeks.
it's
Yeah,
13 freaking weeks.
13 weeks. And what's the Air Force? Go ahead.
Let's find out.
6 weeks, 9 weeks.
7.5.
Yeah, nothing, half. So,
No kidding.
you know,
Jeez.
they still, yep, they're a thing. All they care about, they really do, is to break you down so you learn how to fucking follow orders. That's it. That's all they care about. In the Air Force, during basic training, they are teaching the most. I think the part that they mostly fucking just jab at you is that it's unity, teamwork. You know what I mean? That's the only thing. We're even though we are social beings or social characters, we're human. We need, um, we don't really like to ask for help or I got this too much. Like you said, that feeling of a constantly, oh, I did it, I did this. You can't do that in the military because
Mm.
absolutely everything depends. Like your life depends on whatever he does. You know, their life depends on whatever I do. You know what I mean? I'm supposed to be here to protect and cover for
Right.
everybody else. So yeah, the unity, the teamwork. I mean, it even goes down as far as like you can be pissed off at somebody in your squad and you can fuck with them, and then if that guy gets in trouble or somebody in that squad gets in trouble, everybody gets in trouble. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those things like you guys, they make you aware that you as an individual you're worthless, you're nobody, you can't make decisions, you're not smart enough, you're not strong enough, you're just a piece of shit. you know you're stronger together, and your job is to always support your brother.
Yeah. And that was one of the things that he talked about. It was like, the brotherhood it was so strong there. And he's like, you guys could be in a fist fight and be angry at each other. And he's like, and you're still getting the job done. And that was one of the things that he had spoken very clearly about that he had learned there, which is, I mean, it's good because it means that you're going to get the task done, regardless of the circumstances, that emotional aspect of it. Because, I mean, anger is just an emotion that a lot of people don't seem to control. But being able to walk past that and be able to complete the task is going to be pretty powerful for a young person to learn, especially in this day and age. So, but good morning to you as well, sir. I don't think I said good morning. And how was your day yesterday out there in beautiful St. Pete, away from home?
Well, uh we kind of made it a shorter day. I'm waiting on parts. Like the guy that's running the project, he has to leave today, so that's why I came, so I can take over. But it's been 3 days trying to take over. When did I get here? Friday, right? So I got here Friday. It's Saturday. Is it Friday? Thursday? I don't remember. I think it's been 3, 4 days. Sunday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yes, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, I'll be out here Friday. And I'm waiting for parts. A lot of parts aren't coming until today, tomorrow. I'm waiting. Airplane's supposed to be released on Wednesday. I'm waiting on. Actually, it's just parts. And once parts gets here, then we gotta fucking just start
Work.
not. Yeah,
Jeez.
yeah. I don't think I'm gonna be. Oh, fuck me, dude. Because I think I'm driving out uh Wednesday. As soon as I'm done Wednesday, I'm driving. I'm like, I'm out. I start driving home. So the last time I was here, I didn't leave here until like fucking midnight. Got home like at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning.
Mm.
So yeah, that one. I have a feeling it's gonna happen. Something similar too. You know, but no, it's this is nothing. The whole military experience. I was noticing that um my can I share that? Let me see. Huh. Let me see. I have that here. Hold on. YouTube. The analytics of the channel. Analytics. Hold on. Yes. So, for example, my channel has gotten brand new channel. Like I told you, this thing here. Our market is exactly who we are. Like I said, I got a 9% 18 to 24. I got a 22% 25 to 34, and a 20% 35 to 44, 16% 45 to 54. So we're talking to people between 25 to fucking you know even 65 because it goes to 16, 15, 15. So yeah, we have a high range of fucking of people guys in our that are going to be viewing these videos, and we're going to get a mixture. I want to see what everybody has to say. Who's in the military out there? Let's see once this posts. You know, I want to hear experiences. I want people to write that on their comments or something. It's like, yeah, I got a Marine here. Like I said, you guys are on Air Force. Let me know. Let us know. We really want to know. And say, give us your squadron. Give us your squad. I used to be part of the 33rd Fighter Wing, 58th Fighter Squadron. So who is everybody else? That's pretty cool. But anyway, back to this regular shit. 5:30. Uh what were we talking about yesterday? Or no, let me ask you a question.
Okay.
I got a question for Dan. I do. What's one goal or what's one thing in your life, Dan, that you've had some issues with that you could use some help on
One thing in my life currently that
right
I
now?
have an issue with that I can
Yes.
use help with. That's a good one. Yeah, probably one of the main issues that I have currently is I expect people to perform at the same standard that I perform at. So I expect more out of people than they're willing to give 9 times out of 10. I expect them to do things with excellence. I expect them to look at the details. Those are just things that I expect from people. And what I've commonly found is that that's just not how people are wired. Most people are wired. I think that's why me and you got along when we met, is because from what I can tell, somebody that works on airplanes is going to be pretty detail oriented, because that's kind of a life or death thing, and there's a lot of regulation there. When I look at somebody that, and it's not even like things that have to be that big of a deal. It's like, oh, okay, you see somebody working on something and they're leaving their tools out, um, leaving trash everywhere, won't pick it up for themselves, little stuff. Even going to the gym, like, putting your weights back, like stuff like that drives me bonkers. And at a certain point, I'd pick up people's trash. I put things back where they're supposed to go, and it's just because somebody has to do it. And if you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. And so, just little things like that seem to drive me insane. Um, and the sad thing is, you can't change everybody. And so there has to be a level of acceptance. And that's one of the things that I have been working on is accepting people for who they are, I guess, is what it is. I had the mechanic that I was working with. I spent some time with him when one of my trucks was down. And he was like, what you do sometimes just amazes me. And I was like, what do you mean? It's like, I'm just do what's required. Like, that's all there is. And I called him out about some of the stuff that I'm talking about there. And he was just like, dude, you're making me feel bad. It's like, well, if I don't say anything about it, how do you know it's an issue? And so I guess the other thing that I have told has been an issue is that I will tell the truth, even if it hurts people's feelings, and even if it's to my own detriment, and it gets me in trouble sometimes. But that's one of the things that has been an issue lately.
Those are extremely amazing attributes to your character, right? So they are who makes up Daniel Lott, you know? As far as Nestor's concerned, the whole time that you were talking to me, telling me, for example, you're like, oh, you're detail oriented, you're an mechanic, and blah blah blah. Dude, for some reason, inside me, I don't feel like I'm a mechanic. I know the world sees me as an aircraft mechanic. I know this. I know this, but it's not my character. It's not in me. So the way you said it drives me bonkers. So in other words, you already pre-warned your fucking self in your mind. You just said it. You pre-warned yourself that you're gonna get pissed off. That something
Mm-hmm.
is good. That's something that people do pisses you off. It's just so you you're not doing it wrong, but the way you said it, I think hurts you. I think it lights that fuse that we talked about. You know what I mean? It's
Mm-hmm.
like it's because, dude, we can't change anybody. We can't force to do anybody anything. We can't. It's just impossible. Unless you're Professor X, Doctor Xavier, right? Right? Unless you're that motherfucker, and you look like that guy. Unless you're that guy, dude. And then I'm sorry, I'm starting to cuss. I shouldn't cuss that much. I apologize. Uh, I need. I'm trying not to. So unless you're that guy, dude, there's nothing we can do to change people. You
That's
know,
correct.
everybody has a different intention in life, even for the same activities. So goals, right? Just I don't want to go too far. I don't want to see another squirrel. This is all part of it, but I'm saying like goal settings. If you and I have a goal together and we're working on a project together, and even though I think that our deadline is the exact same, well, it's not. It may
Mm-hmm.
seem like it, but your reasoning behind doing whatever it is that fucking Danny's doing and my reasoning are completely fucking different, even though we're working together to assume a single project. And that's pretty much what the military's doing because everybody has their own fucking mind and everybody has their own way of doing it. And everybody's got this. But because you're doing it together, you have one end goal in mind, but the achievement of it, you're doing something completely fucking different that I haven't done, that I'm not ever gonna do. And I'm doing things completely different that you are never gonna do, never gonna experience. Could you have done them? Of course you can. Of course. But now you're relying on me to either A, pick up your slack, I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Or me and vice versa, you know what I mean, as partners. You're relying on the other guy to pick up the slack. You have a tendency to either A, overexert yourself, and you're expecting failure because you know for a fact that nobody is as determined or talented or whatever it is as you. So you're expecting them to be identical to you when they can't. It's
Right.
So, you know, I think one of the best ways to look at that would be, oh, I think you said it, we can use the "but did you die" type deal,
Right.
or you know, or are you gonna die? Is this a fucking life or death situation? No, it's not, right? Um, and that's exactly how I fix airplanes. Listen to what I just said. That's exactly how I fix airplanes. Would I put my family on this airplane? Would I fly? Actually, I don't care. I don't matter. Would I put my wife and my kids on this airplane? Would I put my mother on this airplane? Would I put my father? Would I put whatever it is? Anybody that I love deeply, would I put them on this airplane? And would I be, you know, willing to sign off the whatever it is, the job that I did based on that? Because there are some times that you're not going to be at 100 fucking%. There are
Right.
times, and especially in my world, in my world, aviation mechanics actually, like I said before, you have hangar guys and then you have fucking, you know, street guys. The street guys, it's called AOG, which is aircraft on ground. Listen to that. Aircraft
Okay.
on AOG, aircraft on, that means that motherfucker is on the ground and it needs to go up. It needs to go up, right? It needs to fly. Something happened when it landed and it needs somebody to go take care of it, right? A qualified mechanic to go fix that. So my job is only to get that airplane back in the air safely. There are times when we have to play that gray area. There are times where you play that gray area. And that's when you have to ask yourself. Most of the time, dude, I'm telling you, listen, and here's why. Here's why. If I fuck up, I go to jail. If a car mechanic fucks up, he doesn't go to jail. Right? If I kill somebody, I literally, well, car mechanics they can kill somebody too. Yeah, but the difference is this one. My shit's up in the air.
Right.
And it ain't supposed to stall, and I can't just pull over. That's what happened to that fucking. Did you see that airplane that kind of floated down in Brazil?
No, I didn't see that one. I was
That
thinking
was a
of the one that just stalled out. What was earlier this year that crashed on 75 down here in Naples
oh
and burst into flames. Yeah,
yeah, but that fucker was. Oh my god, poor guy.
and they were
Yeah,
less than they were a couple miles from the airport, and they just couldn't make it.
it's almost a. I don't know the full details on that Challenger, and that was a Challenger, by the way. I remember that one, but
Mm.
there was a incident recently. I'm talking about a couple days old. maybe 2, 3 days. It was Brazil, and there's videos everywhere of a plane. Literally, this is what he was doing,
Oh wow.
like this, very
There's no
very
propulsion.
slow, just like this. No, none, just falling out of the sky like this,
That's
right?
crazy.
Not spinning hard, not just literally
Just floating.
floating down, nose a little bit down. He's like this, not like this, not like this. He's like this, nose down a little bit, and he's just barely spinning down until he hits the fucking ground and kaboom.
No kidding.
It was a scary thing. What the fuck? How do airplanes don't fly like that? And I said to myself, even if that fucker ran out of gas, airplanes are made to fucking coast. If you're at 30,000 feet, you can go 300 miles, dude.
Mm.
Isn't Yeah, you can float a mile on 1,000 feet of it. You know what I mean? That's
Hmm.
pretty much. Now, don't fucking quote me. That's not exact science, but that's a pretty good general number,
Right.
right? They can go about 300 miles because all you're doing is you're floating across. It's a glider. It's your
Hmm.
glide ratio. That's the word. Thank you. Glide ratio. So the glide ratio on these airplanes, on any airplane, it's the same thing as your fucking paper. Literally,
Right.
it's the same thing. So they're how how can you run out of gas if you're going like this? Oh, I ran out of gas. You don't do that. So then we started fucking listening, and I have a Brazilian friend, Al, who another worker, and another tech with me. We were at lunch and we were talking about this shit, and I said, "Hey man, my Portuguese is it's not that bad, but it's fucking horrible today, you know." So he goes, "Let me see it," and I gave it to him. And he goes, "Nest, this is the conversation. This is black box conversation." I said, "Okay."
Mm.
So what is he's talking with the tower, and he's telling tower, "I have electrical problems and I'm running out of fuel. I need to land now." So he tells him that he had some type of electrical problem and he has no fuel. And the lady's telling him, "You have to go around." And he's like, "You don't understand. I have no fuel. I have to land now. Give me priority." And the bitch still said, "I'm telling you, you have to go around. It's
Mm.
And he's like, "I'm gonna fucking run out of gas." Like he's yelling.
Right.
And I was like, "Holy shit." So this bitch made him try to turn. So guess what? When he
So he
tur-
was in the turn.
when he's coming in like this, a glide road, and he's just running out of gas. He ran out of gas. He's out of gas. He's gonna have to try to turn. So as soon as he tries banking, what happens? He loses fucking thrust. He lost his natural thrust. So as soon as you try to fucking turn it, what's the first thing? You got no thrust. You're gonna fall like a brick.
That
Oh my
sucks.
god! I saw that. I said, "Oh, it's horrible." My heart
Yeah.
sank for these people. You know, they really did. The good thing, and there's another video of the captain talking to the crew and the passengers of it was horrible, dude. He's telling them, "I was like, hey man, I'm sorry." you know,
How big of a plane was it?
62 people died, I think it is 60
Oh
something people.
wow.
It's considerable number of souls. Yeah. The only thing is, and this is where most people don't understand. Everybody's like, "Oh my god, those poor people." No, yeah, I mean, it sucks that they got that their life just ended. But guess what? Things don't happen on this world just because. Everything happens for a fucking reason. I've learned that a long time ago, and I didn't understand it, and I try to fight it. And my terrestrial self, I guess you could say, my ego, no, I can't do this. I didn't understand, but I just said that 60 souls died, and I was like, wow, I felt actually happy for them.
Mm.
I feel horrible for the families that have lost their loved ones, but the souls are okay, dude. These guys are chill.
Right.
They completed their mission here on Earth, whatever it was, whatever it is, you know. Oh man. But anyway, like I was saying, is the way we fix things, it's the book is extremely black and white, right? This is how you do it. This is step A, step B, step C. Sometimes, though, and I guess it goes through experience, you don't have to do step A. You don't got to do step D. You can go B, C, E. You know what I mean? It's
Mm-hmm.
depending on your task. Manuals are written for dumb people, okay? Because it's extremely specific. Remove screw, remove fastener, remove whatever, right? Remove, and then sometimes they'll go, note, you may have to move some equipment to gain some access, you know? And I'm like, when you see shit like that, that just means that figure it out.
Right.
That just means figure it out. So that's when you have to ask yourself, like, okay, example, like screws. Something stupid, but it's true. Uh, there are rules on how many missing screws on certain panels are allowed. Vibration, right? Everything vibrates.
Okay.
Screws back off or whatever, they can just fall out, or just honestly, shit just does go missing. Now you're not going to be missing a whole fucking panel, but little things like that, like screws, they do vibrate out. You would say, oh, Loctite, yeah, but these are access points that you need on a constant basis. You know what I mean? So the idea is to always, when you go out there, what I do, I go out to the airplane as soon as I touch it. They go, hey, good morning, baby, I'm here. I'm doing a visual, touchy. I'm looking at the airplane. I'm touching it. I'm feeling it. I'm looking, and I'm just looking at everything really fast, and then I focus on the area that I'm going to be looking at, working at. Why? Because even though my job specifically says to only open this box, right? But I'm looking at this area. And if I see something damaged on this side, if I see something on my left or my right and it's wrong, it is my obligation to fix it, right? Or at least not to notify. No, it's my obligation to notify, not to fix it, to notify the owner. Or, it's like, hey, I found this on your airplane while I was performing this and this and this, asked by this and this and this by you or whatever the fuck. I'm supposed to notify you that I found this wrong. What do you want me to do? Can I fix it? Like, it's because it's money. You know what I mean?
Right.
You don't want to fucking do work and not get paid for it. But then again, here's the other issues. Most of the time, you're always fighting with money. Always fighting. And it's not that and then sometimes it's not even directly the owner. You're dealing with the owner's representatives. So when you're dealing with owner's representatives, they're always asking, what's our options? Right? Why? Because their best interest isn't always, let's get the plane in the air. Obviously, their best interest is, I need to save money as much as possible while getting this plane in the air.
Right.
Because in his mind, he's like, oh, fuck, Ness is going to fucking charge me out the ass.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not always the case. Remember, I get paid, get in and get out. Get in and get out. Get in and get out. Get paid by the problems I solve. Get in and get out. If he doesn't want me to fucking fix this, and I'll let him know, hey, it's going to take me 4, 5, 6 hours to do this job, or it's going to be approximately this, or we have to buy parts, or so you let them know these are the options of how you fix it, how you can temp. There is allowable temp fixes,
Okay.
It's not until the airplane is not in a very airworthy condition, in a 100% airworthy condition. It's not until the airplane that you can actually ask the FAA for a specific permission. So example, let's say, perfect. Let's say there was something wrong with my pressurization. Okay. Well, I can fly up to 10,000 feet unpressurized, right? So I could say, listen, I can't fix it here, but we can ferry it or ask permission to fly it broken, but safely, and they'll say, okay, the FAA will have us do a basic understanding. They want to know a basic understanding of what's going on. They'll say, okay, cool, do an inspection of this and this and this, see if that's good. And if these conditions are okay, then we will sign off on the airplane to fly under special regulated, under 10,000 feet, unpressurized, you know what I mean? Shit like that. So that's why I say we play in gray area.
Gotcha.
My specific, when I'm doing inspections, like for example, I'm coming for an inspection right now. That's a different story because that one you're supposed to find shit. That one you're looking for things. That one you're looking for defects. So when you're doing inspections, it's not just opening up a panel. Yep, it looks good. Yep, there's an engine. It looks good. Not that one. It's mostly open up the panel, and yes, you're inspecting, but sometimes you're also performing functional checks, right? And you're simulating different errors in the systems, right? And that's when, like, for example, the other day, here we go. The other day I was doing speed brakes. So the speed brakes, they're called fucking so when you go speed brakes, they usually always come up. You have air and then you have ground, right? So you have air speed brakes and you have ground speed brakes. I guess you can call them that. Okay. They're called differently on the airplane here. When you're coming in on landing and you're like, oh, dude, I'm still too fast, right? So they'll deploy the air speed brakes to slow them down. And it's just basically a flight control on the wing. And instead of being flat like this, it goes like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that wind hits it, and what happens? You have resistance, and then slows you down. Stick your hand out the window, right? When you're driving, and then if you go like this, watch the window.
So the
Same thing.
flaps,
No,
essentially.
no, it's not. No, flaps go in the back of the wings, and they come down like this. The flaps,
The ones that go up.
the ones that go up are the speed brakes. The ones that go down, flaps come down all the way like this.
And then the other ones are up. Gotcha. Learn something.
You have okay. So wings have ailerons on the tips.
Mm-hmm.
They have ailerons. Okay, so fuck. We're here. Here's the wing. Okay, in the front side, some airplanes, not all, some airplanes have slats, and this here turns the front of the wing into a cup. It actually goes down like this. So now it increased my forward and it made it into a cup like this on the side. Okay. That helps with lift also.
Nice.
Because as these come down in the back of the airplane, in the back of the wing, the flaps go down like this. So now your wing, instead of being like this, it's actually like this.
Okay.
Right? So your front and your back is kind of like this. So when you're taking off, right? When we get the wind, and it'll pick up. You know what I mean? It lifts you up. So it increases the wing dimensions, I guess you could say it that way. You know what I mean? For lift or whatever it is. So we were spinning up the wheel transducers, which are the little fucking inside the hubcaps of the wheels. There's a little fucking there's a tube like that big, and it's attached to the wheel hub, and it feels the direction of the wheel. Okay, it's we're
Where are you
spinning.
going? Where are you going with this?
Hold on, you're spinning. So there's four of them. I'm coming. There's four of them on the back wheels. Well, when you're landing, you have to when you land and you're slowing down, right? And you pop open the speed brakes. If you haven't touched the ground and these fucking wheels aren't spinning, it's not gonna pop. Okay? The other ones won't pop. Why? Because it will be too much. And if you pop those in the air, you'll fucking go boom. You see what I'm saying? So these are safety mechanisms. That's where I'm going with. Remember? Mm-hmm. So if this one's spinning, this one's spinning, this one's spinning, this one's spinning, and okay, it's working. Okay, cool. Now, what if it's only two of them, right? I only have two that are spinning, and I'm only popping two. So that's when you find the defects. You know what I mean? That's where I was going with that. I just had to quickly explain how the fucking system works. I don't know. Sorry.
Hold on. I gotta roll. So I was just curious.
Yeah, no, I gotta run. I gotta be in the hangar by 7. So it's what is it, 6? Yeah. Mm-hmm. I gotta go. Yeah, brother, man. Thank you for your patience. Appreciate you being here. And I'll talk to you mañana.
All right, I'll talk to you in the morning.
Actually, I'll call you later because we gotta figure out how we're gonna do this for me.
Yeah. Gotcha.
All right, brother. Peace out.
Yep.
Bye.